Hi guys, Steve here. On this video I'm going to show how to tame a dinosaur. Well, actually a few of them. From when you first start off in game to something a little larger later on. But before I do, please subscribe, click the like button and click the bell notifications and all so you don't miss out on future videos. As I've done hundreds of videos to help you do everything you want to know in Ark. Thank you very much. Most of the tames in Ark are done by knocking a creature out. You can get different equipment later on, but when you're starting off you don't have any. So you're going to have to resort to punching it with your fists. I would only try this with low level small creatures, otherwise it's going to take you ages to knock it unconscious, or if it's a carnivore it'll probably kill you first. There we go, it's had enough. It's passed out. The blue cross icon underneath its name is its health, and as you can see it's not got much left, but we managed to knock it out before it died. The purple bar is its unconscious meter. If that runs out and reaches 0, the creature will wake up and you'll fail to tame it. If you look at a creature's stats inside its inventory, its health's at the top and then at the bottom, its unconsciousness is named torpidity, and you can see that slowly going down. We need two things now, something to keep it unconscious, narco berries, then berries for its food to tame it. So go up to the bushes and start collecting berries. You'll also get fibre from them. The black ones are narco berries, which will keep it unconscious, and the purple mejo berries is the ones it eats. Make sure you get quite a few, because if the food runs out it'll ruin their tame. As it's a low level small creature, that should be enough. Go back to the dodo, access its inventory, drag the narco berries into it. You can see its torp has gone down. The purple bar, its unconsciousness. So click E on the berries to force feed them, and you'll notice the torpidity bar at the bottom is starting to go up again. And that's how you keep your creature unconscious to tame it. Narco berries aren't that effective, especially on very large creatures at high level. For that it's best to use narcotics, but we'll go into that later. When a dino is unconscious, it'll start to lose food and get hungry, as you can see by its food bar. I'm going to get more berries to make sure I've got enough. Different creatures at different levels will take a different amount of food to tame it. Plus the higher level the creature is, the longer it will take to tame. This is a small low level creature, so it won't take much food and it'll be very quick to tame. Because the dodo gets hungry quickly, its food bar would have gone down and it starved itself. So by the time I've got all the berries ready to feed it, it's going to carry on eating until it's tamed. I'll give it a few narcos to show its torpidity go back up, then give it the rest of the berries for its food to tame it. You'll notice that its food bar will start filling up in jumps every time it eats. And each time it eats, a brown taming bar at the bottom will start growing. And when that reaches the end and is full up, your creature is tamed. Like so. Now you can name it what you want. I'm just going to leave it for now. And you've tamed your very first creature. That's the basics. You can use the eggs from a dodo to make kibble, which is a dino superfood, to quickly tame pteranodons, which are flyers. But I'll talk about kibble later. Some creatures need a different taming technique where you don't knock the creatures out, and that's called a passive tame. For this you put the food it wants in the 0 key of your hotbar, then go up to it and press the action button to feed it. But there's not many of those creatures and it's easy to do. So on this video I'm going to concentrate on showing you how to knock the creatures out. The first piece of taming equipment you get is a slingshot, and you get that at level 5. You can knock creatures out at a distance with it so you don't get injured. This is a dillo, a small carnivore, and if you get near it or attack it, it'll come after you. You need stones to fire from a slingshot. Keep moving backwards, shooting it. Try and hit it in the head. And eventually you'll knock it out. There you go. Purple unconscious bar is at max. That'll slowly go down. Right, this thing will need raw meat to feed. We'll just collect a few narco berries to keep it under. Open up its inventory. Drag the narcos over. I've already got some meat from killing dodos. But let's go and get some more. Torpor's going down slowly. That'll give me enough time. Now make yourself some spears because they kill things pretty quick. I could kill some Parasaur, but it'll just run off and it'll take ages to kill. It's much easier killing dodos. Throw a spear at it. Oh, that's going to hurt in the morning. Poor little fluffies. He's running for his life. He's not going to make it though. Right, I've killed them all. You can gather hide if you use a hatchet, or more meat if you use a pick. When you're starting off, I'd collect everything with a hatchet because you need the hide. But for here, I'm just going to use a pick. That should be enough meat. Take it back to the dilo. Right, torpo's okay. Give it a few, make it go back up. You'll be using hundreds of narco berries on bigger creatures. Drag the meat over and start to eat. Almost done. If you've got enough meat you can put it in straight away, but if your creature wakes up or gets killed you lose everything inside it. I usually use a method that's called a starve tame, where you just put some narcos inside, wait for it to get starving hungry, then when it's about ready put the food in and it tames almost instantly. There we go, we've got a little dillo, our first soldier. If you get a pack of these they're fairly good to defend you, especially against raptors. The first dinosaur you can ride, because you can get its saddle, is a phiomia at level 5. However, it's not that great, and I would skip it for the next one. The phiomia looks a bit like a pig, and its main purpose is to feed its stimberries to make poop for fertiliser. It takes 6 points to unlock its saddle. I'd skip it because, to be honest, there's more important things to spend your points on when starting off. The phiomia is a herbivore, so it eats berries. You can try and punch it a few times, or shoot it with your crossbow. When you start attacking it, it runs away. So this early on, you kind of hope it gets stuck between trees or rocks. If you're chasing after a creature, make sure you've got a couple of water skins to hold water, as running will drain your stamina and that drains your water. Also have food ready because you will be hungry. If your dino you're chasing goes into the water, it's likely to get eaten by sharks if you're by the shore, or piranhas if you're inland. Plus any other carno it runs into will attack it as well. The phiomia is quite resistant to being knocked out by punching it or using a slingshot. But if you really want one, I'd wait till you're level 8 so you can unlock the wooden club to whack it with. Using a club is more effective to knock it out than punching it or using a slingshot. Just keep running after it and try and whack it when you can. I finally knocked it out, but it ran for ages and was a complete pain. A phiomia gets hungry really quickly, so it's fast to tame, once you finally get it down. I'm going to drop the berries into it. Start eating. Its food icon will start filling up. There we go. But because this gets hungry so quickly, it literally carries on eating every few seconds. Skip forward until it's almost done. There we go. Got one porker. I've put a saddle on it. I'm going to run with it and show you its stamina in the top right, how quickly it goes down fast. As you can see, it can't travel very far without having to rest. Not the best mount. So you get a phiomia saddle at level 5, but if you wait until level 9, you can get a Parasaur saddle, and that's a much better mount. Also at level 9, next to it, you can get bolas, and that makes taming much easier, so they can root an enemy on the spot so they can't run away. But before I show you those, quickly I'm going to show you the boomerang, which you can get on Scorched Earth. You can throw it at people or creatures to knock them out. Yeah, you'll mainly use it on smaller creatures, and if you're on Scorched Earth, it's handy to use. Jaboras only take one hit to knock them out because they're so small. Moss chops are about the biggest things I'd use them on. Anyway, back to getting your first proper mount. Parasaur. Use the bola to stop it moving, like so, and get your club out and start whacking it in the head. Go on, take that. You will be my mount. Yes. Doesn't look too pleased. Keep whacking it. You might need 2 clubs because they're a bit fragile. There's one down. Let's put Put the other one on. Go on, keep whacking him. It stays bowled for quite a long time. But you always free themselves after a while. Right, once you've bowled it and it's freed itself, you can't bowl it again. So you've got to wait a short while before you can. That should be long enough. Just get close to it again. There we go, got it. Looking out for that dillo. Because a grab daggro and that's probably going to attack. Yep. Try to spit in your face to blind you. Take your spear out and kill the dillo. There we go. Harvest it with a hatchet to get hide. And we have a Parasaur knocked out. This will take berries. This is a much better mount. Right, I'm going to collect berries and come back in a minute. Right, got enough. Open up the inventory. Put the berries in. If your dino tames before your torpidity runs out, that's fine. As long as it doesn't wake up before it's tamed. It's eating fairly fast. Depends what taming settings you have on your server. If it wakes up and you haven't fed it, you can knock it out again and it still have the same hunger as before. Right, its food's full, so it's going to take longer now. Skip forward a little bit. It's almost done. There we go. I want to call you Ned. I'm going to stick a saddle on it and show you what it can do. There we go. Now you can put all your items inside it and it can carry loads more than you can. Looking at top right, it's stamina flashing. Left mouse button to attack. You can harvest berries. So you can use it as a small harvester. Right mouse button, it does a ping and shows up nearby enemies. Red one. And if you attack trees, it gives you thatch and a little bit of wood. Right, let's see what that red ping is. Oh, it's a dillo. Gives you the last location when the ping hit it. Right, looking at top right, my stamina. I'll do some running and show you how far it can go over the phiomia. So you can travel a long way on this. Also put movement speed in to make it faster. See, its stamina barely went down then. Overall, it's a fairly good mount to start with. The first good harvesting dino is a trike at level 16, but to be honest it's a bit of a pain to knock them out with the stuff you've got. I'd wait until you got narco arrows. Or just wait until you can get a stego because it's much better. At level 18 you get your first good mount, the raptor. It's a good scout and it's very fast. Plus being a carnivore you can get meat and farm hide with it. Make yourself some hide armour, make a few bolas, club, slingshot. Oh, here's one coming. He's keen. Bowler it so it can't move. And then try and get behind it on its side. Its tail's in your way so you can't go directly behind it. Whack its back leg. If you get any further in front of it, it can damage you. Or you can get your slingshot out and start hitting it in the head. Time it for when it dips or you might miss. Oh, the bowler time's run out and it's escaped. Just finish it off. And there you go, the raptor's down. This is level 25, so low level, and I barely just did it with the equipment I had. So you might want to wait until you got narcotic arrows before you try. Or get a group of people to hit it all at once. The raptor's a meat eater, so I'm going to go off and get it more food and let it get hungry a bit while I do that. Right, I'm back. Just get a few narcos. Let's drop the meat in. Give it all the meat at once, because if it runs out of meat, the taming bar will start going backwards. Just having a little nibble. If it's starting to get dark and you need to go out to get food for it, a top tip is to drop your torch so you can find the creature laying down in the ground again. Otherwise it's a bit hard to find. Instead of carrying lots of heavy narcotic berries around with you, which are heavy, make you overburdened and spoil over time, you can turn them into narcotics with spoilt meat from a mortar and pestle. Narcotics are much more effective, they don't spoil and they weigh less. Right, remember this next bit because it's very important. As soon as you've knocked a creature out, stop hitting it. Because if it takes any damage from you or from another creature attacking it, it will lose its taming efficiency, and that will have a few negative effects. You'll notice that the taming efficiency has gone down to 95.5%. That's because the food, the meat I'm giving a raptor, isn't very good. There's much better ones like prime meat, mutton or kibble, which I'll go into later, and that keeps the taming efficiency close to 100. Now you notice under its taming efficiency, it reads plus 11 levels, which means from this dinosaur, with the food I'm giving it, and without it taking any more damage, it's going to get 11 bonus levels added to the level 25 it already is. So if it's dino tame now, it'll come out at level 36. However, because its food isn't very good, it's going to drop a bit more taming efficiency and I'm going to lose a couple more bonus levels. Then if I or something else hits it, it would keep dropping taming efficiency, which will make the taming process a lot longer, so far it eats more food, and you'll lose more levels, so the finished tame won't be as high as level as it could have been. If you or something else does hit your tame, you can reset it by letting the creature wake up. And if you've not given it any food, it will still keep its same hunger level. Just wait for its health to go back to normal, then knock it out and tame it again, as its taming efficiency will be reset. And the higher level you can get your tame creature, the better, because it has more health, damage, stamina, everything's better on it. The raptor's almost done. There we go. I'll put a saddle on it and show you what it can do. Go up to it, open its inventory, drag the saddle onto its saddle box, mount it, and as you can see, it's much faster than the Parasaur. For a speed comparison. As you can see, the herbivore is a lot slower. Get it to follow me. Its stamina is fairly good as well, but I'd put more into it. And this thing's good at attacking small things, but it's going to get wrecked if something big attacks it. It's not very tanky. But you can go around attacking small creatures to get meat and get hide. So you can use this as your first meat and hide farming creature. I'll just get my stamina back and give you a look at it. Now before, when you chased a Parasaur, you ran out of stamina. But on this, you can chase after it, attack it. You can see the Parasaur's getting bloody. Mine's coming in to help as well. There we go, killed it. Much easier. This thing's really good at scouting as well because it's fast moving. You can tame this raptor, or you could skip it and go for a Carno, which is a bigger carnivorous dino, but's more tankier. To start taming big things, you need to unlock the bow and arrow at level 10. Then keep leveling up, scroll down. So at level 21, you can unlock the trank arrows. And when you start making those, you can tame just about anything you want. Then at level 25, unlock a crossbow. You can get your first flying mount at level 38, if you don't have griffins on your map. Griffins are really good, so you don't need saddles and you can fly them at any level. But if not, you can unlock the pteranodon saddle at level 38. This is what they look like. Bola it so it can't fly away. Then you can shoot it with narco arrows, or if it's a low level one, whack it in the head with a club. Just give it a headache. Takes a few hits. If you're at this level, just shoot it with narco arrows, it's quicker. The club's broke. Got some narco arrows ready. You need to drag the narco arrows onto your bow, otherwise you'll be shooting normal arrows and you'll kill it. It's flying away, but because the torpor takes a while to kick in, it's dropped out of the sky. And there you go. That's how you can tame a pteranodon. Now I'm going to quickly go over some of the different taming equipment you can get later on. So we started off with a slingshot. Then we moved to the club. And then you'd unlock the bow with normal arrows. Then you can get the trank arrows. Equip the bow to your hotbar and drag the trank arrows to your bow. Then you can unlock the crossbow, which is more powerful. And again, drag the knockout arrows to your bow. Then you can get a long neck rifle, put that to your hotbar. Then you can unlock trank darts, which is a lot more powerful than narco arrows. And finally, shocking trank darts, which are really powerful. And again, you just swap the ammo around by dragging it into your long neck. To trap small dinos, you have the bolas. Then to trap big ones, you have a large bear trap that you'll put on the ground, and I'll show you shortly. Drag that to your hotbar. Then instead of feeding a creature meat or berries, you can feed it kibble, which is a dino superfood. It'll give you maximum taming efficiency, maximum bonus levels onto your creature, and you can tame really high level dinos quickly, otherwise it's going to take you all night. I'll link the video on how to make kibble at the end for you, so you don't waste hours and days of your life. As a treat for sticking with the video this far, I'll show you how to tame a Rex. I've built 3 dino gates in a box with one side open. Put a large bear trap down, which takes a long time to open. Right, the Rex has walked in. I walked out the back. Go around the other side. The bear trap will stop it from moving, turning around and getting you, if it worked. Then move around and block the entrance off with another dino gate. That traps the Rex. Then you can use your crossbow and shoot it with narco arrows. It will take a few to knock it down because it's quite a big creature. And because it can't escape now, you can keep shooting it without worrying it will attack you. I'll skip forward a bit and show you what the long neck looks like. When you shoot a dino, you'll get a small red cross telling you you've hit it. Trank darts are much more effective than trank arrows. I'll just keep chewing on the gate, trying to escape. But Rexes can't damage stone, so there's no way out. Unless you move too far away from it, out of render distance, then the gate will despawn, letting the Rex out. One of the things that can help you tame is a magnifying glass, which you'll get later. Go up to the Rex, and it can show you how much torpidity it's got. The purple bar. The red bar at the bottom is its health. Shoot it a few times. You want to keep shooting it as much as possible, because if you stop shooting it, its torpor will slowly go back down again. See, the torpor's going up, purple bar. Sneaky little git's trying to turn around and nip me. As you can see, it's quite a while until it gets knocked out. So I'm going to skip forward a bit. Got my magnifying glass out again. It's almost done. So a quarter left. There we go, it's a better look at its torpor. Alright, I'm on the long neck. Let's switch to shock darts. Show you how good these are. If a long neck works, it keeps jamming. When it's high on torpor, it will stop attacking and try and run away, trying to save itself from being tamed. There we go. Knocked it out. Make sure you stop attacking it or it'll lose taming efficiency and extra bonus levels. Unconscious, and didn't do that much damage to it. Oh, it's sleeping, bless it. Male, level 90. And I keep this unconscious with narcotics. I'm going to quickly go over different types of food it can eat. Here I've built a preserving bin, put spark powder in it, and it works a bit like a refrigerator. In the preserving bin here, raw meat lasts 1 hour 5 minutes, but in your inventory it lasts 6 minutes 30 seconds. Prime meat 20 minutes, or 2 minutes in your inventory. Mutton 1 hour 23 minutes. In mine, 8 minutes 19 seconds. Right, starting with the worst, most basic food, you can give it raw meat, but it'll take half a day to tame. Then you can give it prime meat. You usually get this from killing big creatures. Then you can give it mutton, which is really good and almost as good as kibble. And you get those from killing ovis, which look like sheep. These little fluffy things here. I'll leave that one alive. Then above mutton, you have kibble. Now there's two different types. The original kibble for a Rex was made out of scorpion eggs. But now you can also feed creatures the new kibble. For the Rex it's exceptional kibble or extraordinary kibble. And that's its best food it eats. The better the food, the better the taming efficiency, the more bonus levels it gets, the higher the creature, the more damage, health and stamina it has. Overall, you'll get a much better creature if you feed it better food. If you can't make a preserving bin, you can keep the meat in a herbivore creature. If you put it in a carno, it'll eat it if it's hungry. And that'll double the amount of time a food lasts. Alright, let's feed this big boy. Open its inventory. I'm going to transfer everything into the Rex. And it'll automatically start eating its favourite food, which is exceptional kibble. You notice that its taming efficiency is on 98.9%. And it'll give it an extra 44 levels. It's still got a bit of way to go, so that's going to drop slightly. But as you can see, giving it kibble is the best way to feed it. It's also the fastest, so you're not sitting there wasting hours of your life. Like I said before, if anything attacks the dino you're trying to tame, it will lower its taming efficiency, and you won't get a creature as good as you could have. To stop things attacking, you can always build a wood spike wall around it. If you try to tame this on just normal raw meat, it will take hours. Its taming bar will go up about 1 millimeter at a time, and its taming efficiency will tank. I certainly wouldn't recommend it. However, with feeding it kibble, the taming bar jumps a huge amount. Just like that, and I've tamed myself a Rex. There's a lot to take in, especially in later game, so you might want to watch this video over a couple of times later on when you've got the basics. Please subscribe because this video took a long time to make. Plus I've done hundreds of other videos to help you learn everything you want to know. Arks are complicated games, so my channel will make it a lot easier for you. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe if you've not already, and click the bell icon to get notified of when I upload next. There's links to other videos at the end. Comment on what you would like to see. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again. Goodbye.